Pop art, the exchange of consumerism and culture. Pop art was an art movement that arose in Britain during the mid-1950s and in the United States during the late 1950s. The new genre of art focused most of its attention on factors of our daily environment: hamburgers, ice cream, soup cans, billboards, slot machines, and comic strips. Pop art embodied a glorified American lifestyle while exploring a new genre of art, encountering mixed opinions among Americans, and exchanging aspects of art with a capitalistic culture. The exploration. The exploration of pop art began in 1952 when a group of British artists began meeting to communicate subjects such as mass culture's place in fine art, science and technology, and the found object, or art created from manipulated materials not traditionally used for art. Members of this group, collectively known as the Independent Group, included sculptor Eduardo Palacio, painter Richard Hamilton, architects Allison and Peter Smithson, and critics Lawrence Alloway and Rayner Bannon. While suspicious of its commercial character, the Independent Group was interested in the effect which pop culture seemed to guarantee for the future. By the mid-1950s, the ideas of the Independent Group began to grow into a British movement, with the works of artists such as Jean Tinguely, Niki de Saint Phalle, Yves Klein, Valenglay, and Armand. By the late 1950s, these British artists influenced America to spark the beginnings of the American pop art movement. Among the most influential American pop artists included Claes Oldenburg, James Rosequist, Robert Indiana, Andy Warhol, and Roy Lichtenstein. When pop art came to America, a new exploration of the link between high art and low culture revolutionized art forever. The encounter. When pop art first made an appearance in Europe, most citizens were still enveloped by the severities of life after World War II. These circumstances contributed to the mixed opinions on the art movement among British citizens. While America did not encounter the pop art movement until a few years later, mixed opinions still created a divide among the art community. For many, pop art was appealing, as it blurred the lines between high art and everyday life, also known as low culture, into one colorful, vibrant piece. This not only made traditionally monotonous objects seem more exciting, but it also made the activities that make up life appear more glorified. For those who supported the pop art movement, this new form of art was exciting, bold, and vastly different from anything ever seen before. However, not everyone saw pop art in such an idolizing manner. For many, artists and non-artists, pop art was a disappointment after the high art seen in past eras, which was much more abstract and complex in appearance. Critics thought this form of art did not question the commercialism of the world around them, as previous high art had. Rather, they argued, pop art endorsed and blindly accepted the exchange of materialism with high art. The exchange. The exchange between traditional high art, as illustrated by artists such as Vincent van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci, and Pablo Picasso, and the reality of mass culture, took place with the establishment of pop art. Pop art embraced an image of the world that affirmed the American status quo of the 1950s, instead of questioning it. In many ways, pop art masked reality, glorifying the way things were, but not challenging or requesting any changes. It seemed to show support for a materialistic way of life, and did not prompt viewers to look past their everyday lives. However, pop art was also a revolution to art, a means to connecting high art with the lives of the average American. It was a way to blur the separation between mass media, American citizens, and art. Whether described as materialistic, revolutionary, disappointing, or fascinating, pop art has transformed American art, still leaving its mark on modern art, commercialism, and our American history.